Hey guys, welcome back to Blind Strike Exotics. As you can see, we have a couple babies pipping here. So today we are going to be doing an egg cutting video. I have been MIA for a couple weeks because of some good news. We decided we were going to move. And so it's been a crazy 3-4 weeks or so. We should be moving by mid-October, which means that I am going to be getting a humongous reptile room in the basement. So I will have a tour of that once we get in there and get set up. And that means that I am going to be getting a bigger collection come next year. So that's very exciting news. But today we have my third clutch that we're gonna cut. This was from the female that I actually didn't have to breed. I bought her as part of a collection and she was pregnant. She laid like a week or two after I got her, and I got 8 good eggs out of her, which is huge. I think at least they're all good at this point. So I'm gonna cut those today. And then I also have a female who's going to be laying in a day or so. I think she was actually due today, and it doesn't always go 30 days from the pre-lay shed. So if she doesn't lay today, it should be the next day or two. So I'll have a video of that as well. So we're gonna cut to the egg cutting here in a couple seconds, but please remember to like and subscribe. And once again, thanks for stopping by. All right, so we're gonna do this egg cutting outside on my back porch today. My garage is a mess with the whole moving process. So we have some good natural light out here. So this clutch, the female was a mojave enchi, and the dad was a coral glow black pastel. This guy came out early this morning, so did this one, and this guy just started sticking his head out right now. There is sometimes controversy about whether or not you should cut eggs. That's why I like to wait until I have at least 1 or 2 pip before I go cutting them, just so you're sure that, you know, they're ready. And doing a little cut here isn't gonna harm them, just to see what's going on inside the egg. This guy, let me cut here a little more to get the egg out and see what he is. He's very dark, so he's definitely not coral glow. Coral glow is kind of just another line of banana. Some people think they're the same thing. I would think it looks like this is just a single gene mojave. You can see the blushing coming up the sides here, and the keyholes on the alien heads. It's possible there's black pastel in there, but there's definitely no enchi, and definitely no coral glow. But there he is, poking his little head out. Definitely mojave though. Let me get him back in there. I actually thought these would be messier. I brought another box, thinking that I was going to be having a mess on my hands, but it doesn't look like it's too messy so far. Now this one I did see is definitely a coral glow. I saw it pop its head out earlier. I'd really like to see coral glow black pastel in here. They're really, really pretty. There's a lot of contrast in them. It's funny, I don't know if I'd hold back any of these because I don't know if I need them for any of my projects, but I'm actually thinking this might be black pastel coral glow. I don't think that's mojave at all. A really pretty snake though. I think that might actually be a coral glow black pastel. Really pretty snake. I don't think that's enchi either, but we'll wait to get them out to confirm that. Now let's see this guy. See if I can show you without disturbing them. That's how they start pipping out. They come head first. He's just poking his head out a little bit there. Let me see if I can get him back in there so I can cut the egg. There you go. You don't really want to try to cut through the hole when their head's already sticking out of it. Give them a little boop on the snoot and they'll go back in. So this guy does not look like it's coral glow. It looks very dark again. Looks like another mojave. You can see it blushing up the sides there. I don't know if that one's black pastel or not. Looks very similar to that other one down there. Little messy in there. Alright, now the rest of these guys, I don't think any of them have pipped yet. So, what you're kind of supposed to do is kind of squeeze the top of the egg to make sure there's no snake where you're going to start cutting. Just kind of like that, pinch it down. I can feel the snake right below my thumb there, so I'm going to be safe to cut along this top line here. You definitely don't want to cut the snake. These scissors are sharp. Definitely cause a little bit of damage if you do that. He's alive and kicking, so that's good. Banana, the coral glow one's ready to come out and play. Let's see what's going on here. It's moving around, so that's good. Oop. Trying to let you guys see it as I'm cutting it. Actually, now that I'm seeing this one, I'm thinking this is the black pastel coral glow. I'll show you a side-by-side comparison after I cut it out of there. The difference in the color. Look how bright that is. That is like super purple. It's super orange. And then there's this guy here. This guy is huge, by the way. If you can tell the difference there in coloration. This one's a lot more yellow. And this one in this hand over here. And this one here is just like really deep purple and really bright orange. And that's what the black pastel does in the coral glow combo. So I'm super happy to see that. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a full-grown coral glow black pastel. That might be something that I might hold back just to kind of keep it, see what it looks like. You know, try to recreate it. But that's really awesome looking. They're just, for a 2Gene animal, it's like super vibrant. Just a really cool looking snake. I don't know if it doesn't look like there's an Enchi in there. I don't see any blushing either. There are keyholes. Comes along with the mojave. I do see some blue eyes in there too. So it's possible it's mojave, but it's kind of hard to tell from just the little window that we're looking through. But that is 100% the coral glow black pastel combo. All right, let's try and get this guy out of here. I think it's kind of neat how they all kind of come out on their own, different points in time. I think the first egg that I cut, which was the mojave, I started seeing the egg cuts from the egg teeth very early this morning, or maybe even late last night, and nobody else was out yet. And then all of a sudden, I came out this morning to look, and there were two little baby snake heads popping out of the eggs. It's just kind of neat. All right. Now this one, Coral Glow, and that is Enchi. So we hit Enchi and Coral Glow on that. I would say that it's not black pastel, and it's hard to say if there's any mojave in there or not. Probably not. We had an Enchi Coral Glow, so that's neat. I don't know for certain if the two mojaves, if either one of them has black pastel in it. But if they don't, so far those are the only two that look like they're single gene animals, so we're hitting pretty good odds so far. We have 5 snakes, and I think at least 3 of them are 2 gene animals. Got the odds gods in our favor. Make sure if you're cutting these that you're keeping the scissors flush up against the egg so you're not accidentally cutting snake. Be very careful with this. You do not want to cause any boo-boos. Here is another mojave. No Enchi on that one. Again, I can't tell if it's black pastel or not. But once we get them out, we'll be able to compare them all and see. It's definitely a mojave though. So we got 3 mojaves and 3 Coral Glows so far. Let's see what is behind door number 7. I like how that deflated in the bottom. So your eggs should be nice and plump, during the whole process of them incubating. But usually the week of, when they're due to hatch, they start deflating a lot. And they soften up for the snakes to be able to use their egg tooth to cut through there as well. So don't be alarmed if you see the egg start to deflate, in the last week or 2. It's perfectly normal. It's a snake using up all those nutrients in the egg. This looks like another mojave. Keyholes, blushing. Does not look like it's Enchi. I haven't hit a lot of Enchi in this. Looks like maybe just 1, which is kind of odd. But a lot of mojave. Kind of odd how the odds work out sometimes. I had, my last clutch, that I had my Lemon Blast female. She had 7 good eggs, and I think there were only 2 pinstripes out of the whole clutch. Kind of weird, but there were 5 bananas. So the odds just sometimes don't. Not guaranteed anything unless you're working with supers, which is why I like working with supers. At least you're getting one of the genes you're looking for out of the mix. This one's Coral Glow. I think this one's probably mojave too. There's some blushing coming up the sides there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can see the blue eyes in there. Definitely a lot of blushing, but I don't think that's black pastel. I don't think it's Enchi either, but we'll see once I peel it open. That's 8 good eggs. Let me see. Was it 4 and 4? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3. Yeah, I think there are 4 Coral Glows and 4. If it turns out the ones that aren't Coral Glows kind of all look like they're going to be mojave, which is, I guess, better than getting normals. While normals are beautiful snakes, clean up. There's the egg goo all over my table now. normals are beautiful animals too, and I'm not gonna hate on them, but from a breeder perspective, you know, you're always kind of looking for at least one gene or two. But you know, there's always a place for the normals and the, you know, the basic single genes as well, because there's always people looking to come into the trade, you know, getting their first pet snake and getting an entry-level snake, you know, a mojave for, you know, $50, $75, or even a normal for maybe even less than that, depending on the breeder and where you're at. It's a good entry-level snake to get you into the hobby. And if you're anything like me, I've been into reptiles and amphibians since I was a little kid, but the first ball python I purchased was, I think, at a reptile show in January of 2019. It was a pastel, it was a male pastel, and I don't remember what I paid, maybe 60, 70 bucks. And I was immediately hooked. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. These are awesome pets. Why did I not buy one of these sooner? I always kind of looked at them at reptile shows and was like, ball pythons, who cares? But I understood at that point why people loved them. And now I have more than my wife likes to admit. So there's still a place for those, you know, single gene animals and normals, because they are good for new snake owners, just to kind of get their feet wet and figure out is this the type of animal that I want to invest time and money into. And for me, it was a yes. So, but that's it for today. I'll update you guys once they all come out of their eggs and get their first shed. I usually do a video with the parents and the babies, but I don't own the dad, so I can probably do one with the mom and the babies. And then I also have the other female who's ready to lay any day now. She's a super pastel butter, and she was bred to my super mojave, banana, and hopefully NG male. Hopefully I get some bells out of that combo, because the couple bells that I bred earlier this year sold like hotcakes. So hopefully I can get a couple more out of that. Hopefully hit the luck on that one. But that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by, and please remember to like and subscribe. Take care.